All right, all you freedom-loving boys and girls, Mark, Centerline Systems. Hey, I think we're going to be able to get another quick video in here, and I've been wanting to do this on keepers for a while. Now, everybody, you know, if you know what belt keepers are, you might be saying to yourself, oh, well, this is just a stupid conversation. You know, what good are belt keepers? Well, the Orange Shepherd is one person who definitely would disagree with you. I've made more keepers for that guy than I think I've made keepers, period, total. But keepers are a great utility tool. They come in so many different, they have so many different possible uses to them and benefits. So I'm just gonna, and I've done this before in different videos, but I'm just gonna highlight a couple of the issues right now and some of the new things that are now on the website, thanks to you, great men and women who've been reaching out. I've had a lot of people who are, so our normal keeper, let me just take a step back. Our normal keeper, now this is just one that's done in multicam, is for a 1.5 or a 1.75 inch belt, and it just comes with a loop on the bottom. Because I don't know, you might have your own thing to attach there, a Grimlock or a carabiner or a, you know, a little night eyes, you know, thing that you just want to dangle your keys off of, you know, so you've got all kinds of different options. So that's why we just do it as a loop. But based on a lot of customers actually just over the course of these last couple months, and that's what I'm going to show you here, is so we now make and offer a larger size for, because more law enforcement people, I guess you're having a hard time finding anyone who makes keepers or getting good keepers out there anymore. So I've been really doing them for a lot of people who truly are running a big utility belt over a regular, you know, on the person, you know, waistband type of belt. So we made a new size, because the 1.75 will join belts, but if you're doing that big, you know, law enforcement rig, you might want to have the larger size keeper. And then again, you still got the loops if you want to attach the, you know, your keys there or whatever the case is, or, you know, you've got a whole bunch of different options on the website. And you just got to pick and choose, you know, so I can sew it together and put a, you know, a male or a female Fast Tech buckle there. I can put a D-ring on it. You know, here's another one with D-ring in black. Some other options. Now, these you don't see necessarily on the website. You'll have to reach out to me. On the website, you will see an option for the Cobra buckle from Oster LP. Now, this is a D-ring Cobra buckle. I mean, this could be just a normal 1-inch Cobra buckle as well. You know, a 1-inch buckle, because I don't know what you're using it for. I mean, so, but maybe you just want that option. So we can do that. Maybe you've got a really cool snap shackle and you want to throw your own snap shackle on here, you know, so that attaches to something. I don't know, just another kind of option. Here's another one. You know, I've done this for people and I'll actually show what this is all about, but maybe you want me just to do a keeper with either the male or the female end up high, and then the other side adjoining to a piece of webbing that you then in turn are going to affix to some other item, right? Maybe this was your phone case, and I'll show that in a different video too, but so maybe you want to do something like that and you just want to be able to, you got your own skill set and you're going to put your own eyelets in there and grommet it in place. But then the cool thing that just happened recently, really good guy, not going to say his whole name, but it's kind of part of why we named it the Squimby. So I had a gentleman who wanted a keeper, and you can see that there. It's two keepers brought together in opposite directions, because what he wanted to do, here, talking, you know, you've heard me say this a million times, talking ain't doing. Let's just set this up real quickly so you really see what the heck we're talking about. So he had another pouch, and he wanted to have his pouch, but he wanted to be able to quickly affix it to his belt line, you know, and then be able to take it on or off, you know, and then so that's what, so in essence, he just created kind of a drop leg, you know, but whatever that item was, see, and that's what's kind of cool about this. So this could be up on your rucksack, you know, or this could be on your person, you know, this could be around your waist right here. And now this dangles a little bit farther below your waistline. Maybe it gives you just that little bit more move and mobility so you can better get into whatever that other object is. But it just gives you a whole bunch more options. And that's what's really cool about keepers, because again, you could mount this to the outside of a rucksack or some other type of item, you know, where there's not the ability for a connection point, and now you've got a little place where you're running an S-beaner or whatever the case may be. Sorry, I'm trying to nurse my back and my hips right now. And then I got my ass kicked by those flies down by Lake Superior earlier. Hey, but so here's what I'm going to show you next. This other little kind of, it's not really a trick, you know, but some people, you know, you don't know what you don't know. Now, I've had people talk to me, and I'm just going to use this orange one so you can see it a little bit better, who've reached out and asked, like, hey, when I'm carrying my mother or my Scout, and it's over my shoulder, well, as I lean forward, it wants to slide forward. Yep, that's called gravity. That's what's going to happen. So there's a really easy way you can lock any item. This, again, the mother or the Scout or any other bag that you're carrying over the shoulder, as long as you have some kind of connection point on the outside. And you can do that by just using a keeper, right? So here's just a keeper with a D-ring. So imagine this keeper was over my belt, and let's say I wanted to wear my mother on my left-hand side. So I put this keeper on my left-hand hip, somewhere in between, my pant loops where I want it to be comfortable. And it doesn't have to be an S-beaner, right? It could be shock cord, it could be paracord, whatever the case is. But this is on my body. Now the mother is over my shoulder, and maybe it's down here, whatever the case is. I could always put this obviously on my belt this way, if that worked out better for you. Again, you do you. It's going to be a little bit different for every person. But then I can just hook this in place. Now this is here on my waistline, and now as I lean forward, guess what gravity can't do? Well, I mean, I suppose it'll pull the keeper forward until it hits a belt loop, but you get the point, or you could just do the S-beaner right from the mother to the your pant loop if you wanted to. Depends, again, you get the point. But a keeper can help you attach and secure items like that and preventing them so gravity doesn't, because it does suck. You're leaning forward and all of a sudden, there's can be a lot of weight in these things. And if that thing smacks and hits you, in the face, like some certain celebrity just recently punched herself in the face, no bueno, no bueno. So hey, just a little tip, little trick there at the end. Our keepers, those new options are up on the websites already, as are the herb loops on the Mod Deuce. Those are up there now too. I'll do a video about that somewhere in the next couple days and explaining the whole genesis between how the herb loops came to be. Giving a shout out to Herb. If you watch this, Herb, you already know. And then Squimby. Hey, I had to call them Squimbies, right? All right, I do appreciate it, sir. So, all right, you guys know the deal. If you got questions, comments, reach out to me at any time. I'll do the best I can to help you out. In the meantime, keep thinking, keep moving, never quit. All right, everybody, be good. Woo!